Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your premier destination for demystifying the intricate world of financial markets. Today, September 22nd, 2025, our spotlight shines brightly on Litecoin, LTCUSD, a digital asset currently at the very heart of significant market-moving news and exceptionally intriguing chart formations. The broader cryptocurrency landscape is presently vibrant with several high-impact developments, spanning from pivotal regulatory shifts to substantial institutional activities. All these factors are poised to exert a profound influence on Litecoin's immediate trading trajectory and its long-term investment viability. This episode offers a truly in-depth dissection, meticulously connecting the critical threads between recent headline news, the observed patterns of whale movements, and the raw, unbiased price data across multiple analytical timeframes, including the daily, hourly, and 15-minute charts. Our primary objective is to equip you, our discerning viewers, with a well-rounded, actionable, and forward-looking understanding of LTCUSD's current market standing. We will explore its most probable future price movements and potential trading opportunities in both the short and long term. To commence our comprehensive analysis, let's first unpack the most impactful recent developments directly shaping Litecoin's environment. A truly monumental regulatory shift occurred just a few days ago, specifically on September 18th, when the SEC officially approved new generic listing standards for commodity-based trust shares, a move with far-reaching implications across the crypto space. Crucially for our current discussion, these newly established standards now explicitly include digital assets such as Litecoin, representing a watershed moment for broader mainstream crypto adoption. This considerably simplifies the lengthy approval process for new spot crypto ETFs and ETPs in the United States. This newfound regulatory clarity is widely heralded as a potential floodgate opener, anticipated to usher in a torrent of substantial institutional capital. This influx could come from major investment funds, pension schemes, and sophisticated family offices, all eagerly seeking regulated exposure to the burgeoning digital asset market with greater confidence. Further solidifying a robust bullish sentiment, detailed reports surfaced approximately 8 days ago, around September 14th, indicating a massive wave of whale accumulation. Large, influential entities reportedly acquired over 181,000 LTC tokens, signaling strong underlying demand and confidence. Such aggressive, high-volume buying by whales is universally recognized as a powerful leading indicator, often preceding significant upward price movements. This reflects deep-pocketed confidence in Litecoin's fundamental and future valuation prospects, which is a key bullish signal. The prevailing market sentiment also continues to highlight widespread optimism surrounding the eventual approval of both Solana and Litecoin ETFs later in 2025. This expectation has largely endured despite any intermittent SEC delays or procedural hurdles encountered along the way, showcasing persistent belief. Reinforcing this significant institutional embrace, Nasdaq's proactive filings for additional altcoin ETFs further underscore a broader, accelerating institutional appetite and willingness to integrate a wider array of major altcoins beyond the traditional Bitcoin-centric products, diversifying their digital asset portfolios. However, it is absolutely vital to acknowledge the intensifying competitive landscape. A dynamic new contender, Remitix, is rapidly garnering considerable market attention with its record-breaking presale and an innovative PayFi technology, directly challenging Litecoin's long-established niche for fast and low-cost transactions. Some astute analysts are even suggesting that Litecoin's current market standing is perceived as merely transactional, potentially lacking a compellingly innovative payment system. This arguably ties its price more directly to speculative patterns rather than robust intrinsic utility, a potential long-term vulnerability that warrants close monitoring from investors. Concurrently, the broader cryptocurrency market context reveals Bitcoin itself experiencing alternating periods of selling pressure and sharp recoveries near $115,000, yet managing to maintain a predominantly range-bound posture despite this volatility. Given Litecoin's established historical correlation with Bitcoin, its future price action will undoubtedly remain intricately intertwined. It will react significantly to any major directional shifts or sustained volatility originating from the flagship cryptocurrency market. On a strong fundamental note, Litecoin proudly announced surpassing its 300 millionth transaction milestone on January 4, 2025, unequivocally demonstrating its continued robust network activity. This shows growing adoption and proven real-world utility as a fast, secure, and permissionless digital currency in daily use. Transitioning directly to the one-day chart now, let's visually ascertain precisely how these significant news items have tangibly translated into Litecoin's actual price action over a crucial period. Focusing intently on the decisive period from late October to early December 2024, we witnessed a truly remarkable and sustained bullish breakout forecast, characterized by exceptional upward momentum and growing volume. Litecoin embarked on an impressively powerful ascent, dramatically rising from an approximate $70 valuation in late October to establish significant new highs nearing $139 by early December. It thereby decisively breached the crucial psychological resistance level at $100 with overwhelming conviction and strong follow-through. This explosive rally exhibits a very strong correlation with the impactful October 15, 2024, news of Canary Capital's S-1 filing for a spot Litecoin ETF, an event that unequivocally served to ignite considerable investor excitement and proactive institutional positioning within the market, clearly visible through sharp increases in transaction volume. The broader context of unprecedented institutional interest reported for 2024 further serves to unequivocally validate this pronounced price surge. It strongly suggested that sophisticated smart money was actively accumulating Litecoin, strategically positioning themselves in anticipation of future favorable regulatory approvals and broader market expansion. Notably, the daily trading volumes experienced a significant and sustained uplift throughout this entire bullish phase, unequivocally confirming robust, consistent, and broad-based buying pressure. This is indicative of strong underlying market conviction and widespread participation, moving far beyond mere speculative FOMO. Each large green candle during this period represented strong closes, often pushing through minor resistance levels with ease, clearly indicating powerful buying momentum. This momentum effectively created a visible uptrend channel that lasted for several weeks. Following this initial, almost parabolic price appreciation, Litecoin commendably entered a phase characterized by a healthy and necessary price correction, subsequently leading into a period of market consolidation where volatility naturally subdued. During this consolidation, price largely stabilized, trading predominantly within the $100 to $120 range through the latter half of December and extending into early January 2025. This reflected a temporary equilibrium as market participants absorbed the rapid gains and strategically reevaluated their positions before the next major move. Subsequently, another distinct and notable rally clearly unfolded in January and February 2025, which briefly propelled Litecoin's price above the $140 mark. This peak was very likely sustained by the pervasive and optimistic market sentiment surrounding the broader altcoin ETF approval discussions prevalent across the crypto space at that specific time, showcasing repeated strong bullish pushes that tested new highs. However, the previous strong upward momentum proved challenging to sustain indefinitely, leading to a significant price retracement from its peaks. From February through May 2025, the daily chart clearly depicts Litecoin entering a pronounced downtrend, retracting sharply from its February highs to find new, albeit lower, support levels in the mid-$80s, marking a notable reversal from its earlier bullish run. This considerable and extended price correction can likely be attributed to a confluence of factors, prominently including the SEC delays in processing ETF applications, which introduced a degree of market uncertainty and risk aversion. This also coincided with the increasing competitive pressure from innovative, utility-focused altcoins like Remedix, which demonstrably began to attract a portion of investor interest away from legacy assets such as Litecoin, impacting overall market sentiment and liquidity. Critically, the $80 to $85 price zone proved to be an exceptionally strong historical support level, consistently absorbing persistent selling pressure and forming a solid, resilient base that successfully averted further significant price depreciation, thereby marking a crucial long-term inflection point for Litecoin's market trajectory and a clear potential bottom where buyers stepped in aggressively, showing strong demand at these lower levels. From May 2025 onwards, the daily chart illustrates a clear pattern of gradual recovery, with Litecoin's price steadily appreciating back towards the psychologically and technically important $110 to $120 range. This signals a palpable renewal of bullish sentiment among market participants, albeit with less explosive momentum than earlier rallies and more sustained, consistent gains building a solid foundation. The recently reported significant whale accumulation, occurring approximately 8 days ago around September 14th, directly contributed to this renewed upward pressure. This demonstrated large-scale investor confidence and strategic positioning that appeared on the chart as increased buying volume and stronger daily closes, confirming strong accumulation at key price points. Further amplifying this positive sentiment was the landmark announcement of the SEC's new generic listing standards, made just 3 days ago on September 19th. This development has provided a powerful, clear bullish impetus, directly contributing to the current price stability and noticeable upward trajectory we are presently observing on the charts, pushing LTC towards its recent highs with renewed conviction. As of its definitive closing price on September 21st, 2025, Litecoin registered firmly around $114.10, demonstrating remarkable resilience and sustained market interest in the immediate aftermath of these impactful regulatory and demand-side developments. It holds above critical short-term moving averages and consolidates recent gains effectively. This current consolidation near the $114 to $115 level on higher timeframes suggests that the market is actively processing these new fundamental inputs, potentially building a robust staging base for its next significant directional move. This next move, whether upwards or downwards, will be based on upcoming news and shifts in broader market sentiment, making these specific levels critical to watch for breakout or breakdown signals. Let's now dramatically narrow our analytical focus even further, zooming into the 15-minute time frame to meticulously scrutinize the intricate intraday price behavior of Litecoin throughout the entirety of September 21st, 2025, providing a granular view of recent market dynamics. Across the full trading day, Ltest consistently exhibited a pattern of relatively tight price consolidation, predominantly fluctuating within the narrow confines of $114 and $115.50, which strongly indicates a cautious yet undeniably active trading environment characterized by balanced forces between buyers and sellers. Despite the observed tighter price range, we can clearly discern intermittent, sharp bursts of trading volume that closely coincided with minor upward and downward price fluctuations, suggesting persistent, albeit well-matched, buying and selling interest throughout the entire day, thereby preventing any decisive breakout or breakdown in either direction. A careful observation of the candle wicks within this time frame vividly illustrates a constant tug-of-war between market participants. Elongated upper wicks indicate attempts by bulls to push prices higher, which were consistently met with strong, immediate selling pressure, while prominent lower wicks reveal that any price dips were quickly bought up, demonstrating underlying support and demand. This precise intraday equilibrium is profoundly significant for short-term oriented traders. It unequivocally suggests a period where the market is meticulously digesting the very latest news flow and is poised, albeit with palpable caution, for its next major directional impulse, be it bullish or bearish, as uncertainty still looms. Such periods of high-resolution consolidation are frequently identified as critical precursors to more substantial price movements across longer timeframes, rendering vigilant monitoring of immediate order flow, potential range breakouts, and volume anomalies absolutely essential for capitalizing on emerging short-term trading opportunities. To synthesize our extensive findings, let's clearly delineate the critical price levels that will define LTCUSD's trajectory going forward. On the downside, we have identified an exceptionally robust, long-term support zone firmly established in the $80 to $85 region, which has historically proven to be a resilient floor against significant market downturns, acting as a crucial safety net for long-term holders. An intermediate and psychologically potent support level currently resides around the $100 to $110 range, acting as a crucial battleground where bullish forces are actively defending against any renewed bearish pressures, indicating an ongoing struggle for market dominance and price stability. Conversely, on the resistance front, the $120 level presents an immediate and substantial hurdle. Past attempts to breach this mark have consistently been met with strong selling pressure, thus necessitating a definitive and high-volume breakthrough to signal further sustained bullish progression and open up higher targets. Looking towards higher aspirations, the previous peak highs near $139 to $141, observed in late 2024 and early 2025, delineate more substantial resistance targets, representing significant historical supply zones where a large volume of selling activity has previously emerged, potentially forming strong ceilings for current rallies. Considering the powerful confluence of recent positive regulatory clarity from the SEC and the undeniable evidence of sustained whale accumulation, our short-term outlook for LTCUSD is leaning with measured optimism towards a cautiously bullish trajectory, favoring an upward bias for the immediate future. We assign a 65% likelihood that Litecoin will successfully test the immediate $120 resistance level in the very near future, specifically within the coming weeks, demonstrating strong follow-through from recent catalysts. This positive movement is critically contingent upon a backdrop of sustained positive market sentiment and overall crypto market stability, particularly if Bitcoin maintains its current trend or moves higher, which would typically provide tailwinds for altcoins. This optimistic short-term trajectory would be profoundly validated and significantly accelerated by a sustained increase in organic buying volume, which would signal renewed confidence from both institutional and retail participants, especially if Bitcoin concurrently achieves a decisive and robust breakout to the upside from its current trading range, pulling altcoins with it into a broader market rally. For the long term, the actualization of spot Litecoin ETF approvals and their subsequent successful launches presents an incredibly compelling scenario for LTC to not only retest, but potentially decisively surpass its previous all-time highs, entering a new phase of price discovery and valuation. We project a substantial 75% probability of achieving these elevated price targets within the expansive time frame of the next 6 to 12 months, representing a highly favorable long-term outlook. However, this strong forecast remains critically contingent upon the timely and favorable implementation of these highly anticipated ETF products and the anticipated influx of significant, consistent institutional capital into the Litecoin ecosystem, alongside broader market health. It is equally prudent to meticulously analyze and prepare for a potential bearish reversal scenario, which could foresee LTC retesting the pivotal $100 or even the formidable $80 to $85 long-term support levels, effectively erasing recent gains and returning to prior consolidation zones. This more pessimistic outcome carries an estimated 35% likelihood in the short to medium term and would most likely be triggered by factors such as prolonged, unexpected delays in crucial ETF approvals, or an acceleration in the adoption of aggressive competing altcoins like Remitix successfully eroding Litecoin's established market share. Another significant trigger for a bearish move would be a widespread downturn in the broader cryptocurrency market, especially if Bitcoin experiences a severe and prolonged price breakdown, leading to widespread risk-off sentiment across the entire digital asset space. Therefore, both astute traders and long-term investors must diligently monitor forthcoming official SEC announcements, closely track the evolving global crypto regulatory landscape for any new directives or changes in stance, and meticulously analyze Bitcoin's decisive price movements, as these will serve as primary, overarching indicators for LTCUSD's next major directional shift. Furthermore, maintaining a keen eye on Litecoin's on-chain transaction volume, its active addresses, and overall network adoption metrics will provide invaluable insights into its underlying fundamental strength and its crucial capacity to maintain long-term relevance and competitive advantage amidst an increasingly fierce digital asset landscape, transcending mere speculation. Remember that trading involves inherent risk, and this analysis is provided for informational purposes only, not as financial advice. Always conduct your own thorough research and manage your risk effectively based on your individual financial situation. Thank you for dedicating your time to join us today on Explain the Charts for this comprehensive, in-depth analysis of Litecoin. Please ensure you subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell so you never miss any of our future insightful market breakdowns and advanced trading strategies.